Hi, my name is Seth Thompson, and this is my Raspberry Pi project for my Linux administration class. My Pi project is taking a Raspberry Pi, attaching speakers onto it, and configuring it to be used in the place of a Bluetooth speaker. Most Bluetooth speakers on the market go for easily hundreds of dollars, with high-end ones going for $400, $500, $600, and easily a lot more. Some have gone as much as $1,200, whereas the Raspberry Pis go anywhere between $5 and $30, $40 with shipping and handling. In my research, I found that there were two main ways to do this. The first way, and was definitely the more popular way, was to simply get a Bluetooth dongle, attach it with a USB port into your Raspberry Pi, and that would allow the Raspberry Pi to be detected as a Bluetooth-enabled device that can then be accessed by any device that was set up to be a master to that Bluetooth device. I opted for the Pi 3, which comes with Bluetooth support in it, in the hopes of being able to do this, but the Pis are set up to act as computers themselves, and thereby masters, and so they do not naturally work as active or passive Bluetooth devices and need a separate support for that. The second way of doing this, which is the way I opted for, as I found that, my Pi doesn't work the way I thought it was. And I don't want to have to spend extra money to get a Bluetooth dongle. Instead, I'll just configure it to emit a signal that can be detected by a mobile device through a third-party app, or it can even be used on a computer as a third-party app that I can use just to detect the Pi, connect to it, and send signals to it. That way I don't have to buy any extra products. I just have to have a third-party app and configure it as such. The Bluetooth dongles themselves usually aren't very expensive if you want to opt that way, and you can go for a lower quality Raspberry Pi, as you can go with just a Pi Zero, which is around $5 to do it. But if you want a more high-end one and you want to be able to support more speakers, the benefit of using a third-party app is that anybody who has the app can connect to the device. They can put lists in the queue, so you can just have everybody who you want to contribute to the playlist, to submit songs to it. And you can attach more than just the normal speakers. You can attach through the audio auxiliary port as it supports Bluetooth devices. So I could have other Bluetooth speakers if people so brought them, or if I had them, and I could also broadcast through those as well. But I only have one pair of speakers right now, so to demonstrate, I'm using the Bubble UPnP app. You can get it on any Android device. It's a real quick install. And then I got a pair of speakers here, plugging into the auxiliary port for sound, and plugging into the USB port for power. The speaker's already on. You just go and open up the app, which I already have open, connect to the device, which I am, and just hit play. And it's playing right now through these speakers, through my Raspberry Pi. These admittedly aren't the best of speakers, so I can't just swing them around, but any other speaker that can connect through an auxiliary port will work, as well as other Bluetooth devices are supported as well. But if you're building this to replace a Bluetooth device, it sort of defeats the purpose if you're connecting it to Bluetooth devices. Those were just some of the for instances that I ran into when I was building it. As I said, there's two main ways of doing this. It all depends upon your preference. If you go with the Bluetooth dongle, you can only really connect one device to it, and then one pair of speakers, because your normal Pi is not going to be able to connect to any other speakers except through a simple auxiliary port. You need other attachments to allow it to connect to more. So it all depends. If you're wanting this for your single personal use, probably the Bluetooth dongle would be a lot more convenient and could potentially be cheaper. the dongles themselves will, of course, increase the price depending upon how good of one you want. But all in all, if you go down the scale, you can usually afford to get a much higher one. And so it still stays within that $5 to $30, $40 range, which far outpaces the hundreds of dollars that you can easily spend on just a simple pair of small Bluetooth speakers. That does it for my project. Thank you very much.